Radio APNA Frankfurt.
So, hi everyone, I'm Raman from APNA Frankfurt, and in today's video, we have a very special guest with us today. His name is Dr. Stefan Söhngen. He's a platform entrepreneur, founder of Think Montagsgesellschaft, a very known personality in the city of Frankfurt. He works very closely with the city of Frankfurt, involved in a lot of initiatives from the city, and he's also the chairman of Newcomers Network. So welcome, Stefan, and thanks for taking out the time to join us today.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Looking forward to talking to you.
Yeah, I know it's a busy time at this point in time for you. I know you are involved in a lot of initiatives in these Corona times, and thanks a lot once again for taking out time for us today. Well, there are a lot of engagements in which you are involved, Stefan. I know you are a very passionate person, and you take out time for doing a lot of initiatives for people around you. And we came to know each other through Newcomers Network initiative. Yeah. So would you like to tell our viewers, first of all, a little bit about yourself, and then what exactly is the core idea behind this Newcomers Network, and why do we need something like a Newcomers Network in Frankfurt? I mean, what was missing that you thought and you created this network? So your thoughts on that.
Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, some sentences about myself. I'm Stefan, 42 years old. I have 3 daughters at the age of 12, 7, and 3. And I myself think that it's very important to bring people together. That's what I already started at the age of whatever. When I was a teenager, at the age of 15, 16, I already started to bring people together, because everything what we are doing is based on relationships, and everything what we are doing is about people, and it's about the important interaction between people. That's what I really like, and that's what I did when I started up at university at the age of 21. I started to create platforms where I brought people from the financial district of Frankfurt together with students from the Goethe University back then. So I started up with a strong platform, a platform for dialogue between students and decision makers from the banking sector. So that's what I did at the beginning of my 20s. When I was in the middle of my 20s, I did something which was comparable, where I brought entrepreneurs and politicians together with students. That was the Berlin Generation platform. That's what I did at the age of whatever, 25, 26. And my first keynote speaker back then was Angela Merkel. That was shortly before she became Chancellor of Germany. So after that, I started up with my jobs, and the jobs were all about relationship management. I worked for American Express, where I did relationship management. Then I started up to do the marketing and the admission and the relationship for an international school. That was Strothoff International School, which is also based in the south of Frankfurt. And that's how I somehow got to get the entrance to the international communities. I'm very, very close to the Indian community. And that is probably due to the fact that I was traveling through India at age of 18 for about 6 months back then. So I probably know more of India than you do.
I bet.
Because I went all over, from the up north in like Ladakh till southern India. I know all of it, and I really love the country, and that's why I'm very close to the Indian community in Frankfurt area as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And now coming to the, okay, that was enough. Some questions about that?
No, I mean, all I can say is, yes, I always feel the warmth when I talk to you. I mean, there is always a connection that when we meet with each other, and it's a very friendly relationship that we share. And I can definitely vouch for what you're saying. yes, you have a special place in your heart for the Indian community. I can vouch for it. And now
Okay.
let's jump to the fact, how did you come up with an idea of a newcomers network? What do you think
Okay.
was
And
exactly
then
missing? Yeah.
Okay, and then see what I think and what I really love about Frankfurt is that Frankfurt is, so to say, a symbol for international interaction.
Exactly. Yeah.
So very special about Frankfurt is that you meet people from all over the world in the city of Frankfurt. It's so much internationalized that it's the most international city all over Germany. And what is so special about Frankfurt is that people don't ask you where you're from. You just, once you're in Frankfurt, you're from Frankfurt. And people accept you of being part of Frankfurt. So everybody who's coming to Frankfurt is welcome. And that is also why I thought that the idea of having a festival for all the international folks coming from all over the world, a welcome festival, that's why we came up with the idea of that Newcomers Festival. But it's not just the festival, it's interaction throughout the whole year. We have many small international newcomers events. We call them Stammtisch, which means what is the English word for Stammtisch? Do you know?
Not exactly. If I try my German skills here, I'll definitely be wrong. So I'll leave it on you for that. Yes.
Okay, Stammtisch is actually the place where Germans, if you meet at the Stammtisch, that means that you meet in your bar once a week. So you go to the Stammtisch, which is the biggest table at that bar, and you go there once a week, and that's your place to go once a week.
Yeah, so it's more like people coming together and discussing on the common topics there. So that's a fixed place where you meet, and that's a Stammtisch,
exactly.
if I understand it correctly. Right.
The fixed place, and it's at the table. That's why it's called Stammtisch. And so we came up with the idea of an international Stammtisch, so an international fixed place where you meet once per month. And then we have these meetings at several places all over Frankfurt.
Super. Yeah. No, it's really a good initiative, I would say, from my side. And yeah, we connected through this Newcomers Network initiative as well, because it's somewhere also having a vision closer to what APNA Frankfurt has. So we definitely have a sync point here. And thanks again for joining today with me on this video call that we are having. And of course, we are going to talk about some points which is going to help all our viewers and listeners who are going to look into this video. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next part of this interview today. Now, I mean, Frankfurt is an international city, as you already said, and a lot of nationalities, they live in this city. And if I'm not wrong to say, well, actually, Frankfurt is their own city. So what role do you see that the international community has to play in forming the future of this city and Germany, especially when they are not nationality holders here? They cannot vote into forming the government here, but still, how can they influence the future of this city and future of this country?
Okay, you know that this is a big topic in Germany, talking about integration and immigration, and how we integrate people from abroad, how we accept people from all over the world coming to Germany, not just refugees, but also immigrants from other countries, because working opportunities in Germany are very attractive. So many people coming to Germany, but problem in Germany, as in maybe some other countries as well, is that immigration is not always very easy. It's different in Frankfurt, and therefore I would say that Frankfurt can be some sort of best practice for the rest of Germany, because immigration and like the welcome mentality from the Frankfurt people towards people from all over the world is very positive. In Frankfurt, we don't even discuss. It doesn't matter. Once you're in Frankfurt, you're part of Frankfurt, and that can be best practice for many other regions in Germany.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So, I mean, as I said, we, as an international community, you do not have the right to vote and select what kind of government will be coming here. But are there other means through which the international community can actually bring out their voice and make a difference, or actually influence how the city goes further? Maybe from your experience with the city of Frankfurt, what kind of means can the people basically choose to influence the decision that city makes here?
Okay, but you have the international parliament, which is like the votes or the results of this international parliament. Kommunale Ausländervertretung, that's the word in German. The decisions which are being made in that international parliament, they also go to the official parliament of the city of Frankfurt. So you can influence and you can bring in your opinion and your needs via that special international parliament.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. The other thing which I think is even more important is just talk to the people. Just also use all the different non-profit organizations, all the NGOs. There's NGOs from with all different topics. And there in all these small communities, once again, it doesn't matter where you're from, as long as you're putting engagement into the into your community, then you're being heard, and then people listen to you.
Yeah, no, very, very valid point there. I think two important points I would like to repeat. One is the KAV you talked about, Kommunal Ausländervertretung. So there are elections happening. So if you are from an international community, you have the right to vote into it and decide who represents you into there. So be aware of this. It's an important factor. And again, as you said, as a second very important point, interaction with the local people, trying to understand what kind of perspectives people have, trying to understand the cultural side of each other. And the more you interact with people, the more you come together, and then together you can bring out the difference. So thank you for saying these words. Let's move on to the next point here. Well, there is a traditional saying, you find your true friends during the times of crisis. And I am actually talking about the coronavirus situation today. So what are the concrete steps that are taken by Frankfurt and Germany, especially for newcomers? Because I know you are having a soft corner for newcomers and international community here. So what are the concrete steps taken by Frankfurt and Germany, especially for the newcomers and especially for international people during this time of crisis? And do you think, are these steps sufficient, or there could have been something more that could have been done in this scenario?
Okay, what is so special about that crisis is that people are getting, even though people splitted from each other and they are taking apart from each other, they are getting closer to each other. That is probably also due to the fact that we have all that technical devices nowadays. We have all the social media. We have online opportunities. We can talk to each other. We can discuss. We can explain each other what we think and what we feel. So I kind of have the feeling that that people of Frankfurt, people in Germany, all over, they are getting, even people in Europe, they are helping each other. They are understanding that it's not about that business and financial issues whatsoever, industries, that this is not the main issue of having a good life. Friends, other people, that is what counts. And that is probably one of the outcomes of that crisis. We have to help each other. So that is also what I started up in the beginning of the crisis. I saw that the state of Hesse, from Wiesbaden, and also the city of Frankfurt. So the decision makers, the politicians said, oh, we have to help. We have to come up with information online to help the people and to explain them what we can do. So they put all the information on the internet. That was very nice. But yeah, it was all in German language.
Exactly.
So I talked to the president of the Frankfurt Parliament and also to the Lord Mayor, and said, okay, what is this? It's all in German language. What's about our English speaking friends? And then, he said, sorry, we completely forgot about that. And then I actually asked one of my colleagues, can't we do the translation? So that was part of our engagement, that we once a day for 1 or 2 hours, we do the translation of all the official information from the state of Hesse and from the city of Frankfurt, and put them on Newcomers Network .de.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would like to appreciate there. I know from APNA Frankfurt team, we are also trying to do that. We are using social media, we are using radio to bring out the information to all the people. And I also see that the Newcomers Network is also putting in a lot of efforts in bringing out the information in English, which is the official, the releases are coming in German, but you guys are putting in the effort of transforming into English so that people in Frankfurt, the whole international community, can read it, can understand it, can raise meaningful questions. So thanks a lot for doing that. And for our listeners and for our viewers, well, you can go to Newcomers Frankfurt website and you can always look for this information there. It's very helpful. Yeah.
Would like to say my close friend Jeremy Gaines, he's doing the translation. I give him the information in German language, and then he's doing the translation, and he's doing that completely non-profit for free, and he's doing a great job. Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Yeah, and thanks a lot from our side as well. An awesome job. I mean, in these time of crisis, you do these kind of efforts to bring the community more closer, and I think that's the spirit of Frankfurt as well. So thank you, Jeremy, also from our side for taking it up. So, I mean, let's move on to the next part, and this is where I would like to bring out Newcomers Network more open to our listeners and our viewers today. For what kind of information can people get themselves acquainted or get themselves more closer to Newcomers Network, and how can they benefit from the information of Newcomers Network, or what kind of help can they get from Newcomers Network of Frankfurt? Yeah.
Okay. Actually, is everything is said in the word newcomers. You're a newcomer. You're new in Frankfurt, and everything you need is being communicated via the Newcomers Network. It's communicated via the website, via social media. We also have a Newcomers Guide, which is a print version, and in that guide, which is published once a year, you find all the information about international schools, about local schools, about the administration of the city of Frankfurt, about the subway system, train system, the official administration, all the information you need to have for your time as being a newcomer.
And it's in English.
It's all English. We don't have any information in German, and it's also in all native English, because I'm German. I'm not native speaker, but it's all translated and all published in real good English. That is also done by Jeremy Gaines, who's a native English speaking person.
Yeah. No, thank you. I think
also,
yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry. But we also provide information about social life, about what you can do in your free time, and what is also important, and this is probably an information which is for you guys from such a big country as India important. Frankfurt is not the city of Frankfurt. Frankfurt is the region, and the region is Frankfurt. So if it's Darmstadt, if it's the Rheingau area, if it's Bad Homburg, whatsoever, this is all part of Frankfurt, even though it's officially different cities, but it's so close to each other. If you compare Frankfurt area with, say, Mumbai, then this is probably almost whole state of Hesse compared to Mumbai. Or even, I think Mumbai is even bigger, or at least twice or three times bigger than the state of Hesse.
Well, I think I have lived in Mumbai myself, and I have lived in Frankfurt, and I think both these cities are amazing to live in, and it's really nice. So yes, I think especially from the Rhein-Main region, I think what you were talking about, any information in there. And you have done a great job in bringing out this newcomers guide that you have in the print version. So I would also recommend people to check it out. You will find a lot of important information in there. Yeah. Okay. So during these coronavirus times, any special message that you would like to give to the viewers and listeners? What should they basically take care of? And especially if anybody is a newcomer here in Frankfurt, how can they be getting proper information and getting help in these times?
Okay, once again, everybody is welcome to Frankfurt. We are very open-minded in the city of Frankfurt. It doesn't matter where you come from. Once you're in Frankfurt, you're part of Frankfurt. If you need help, just ask. Ask us, send us an email, send us a message via social media, or ask our close friend, Carrie Reddington, who's also very, very close connected within the Indian expat community of Frankfurt. He has done a brilliant job.
I agree, yeah.
All the translation of the official documents, helping international folks to understand what's going on at the moment, because I mean, you guys are nervous as we are nervous, and then you go to then you read the newspapers, read the local newspapers, read the official statements, and probably don't understand everything. We are trying to help. We are trying to do the translation, and we are trying to give you a hand. And what is so important about this crisis is we have to stand together.
Agree. Yeah. And I think it's a very important message. We all have to stand together. We all have to support each other. And I think
Yes.
Newcomers Network is doing a great job. Kerry, as you mentioned, is doing a marvelous job here. Thanks again to Kerry as well. And I think Indian community is a progressive community. And this community is contributing towards the growth of Frankfurt. And basically, we look forward to working more closely with Newcomers Network, with Kerry Reddington to basically bring the future of Frankfurt and make it more bright. Yeah. Thank you, Stefan, for joining us. Any final words from you before we end this call today?
That's probably what you already said. What I think is important, that we stay together, that we see that we are all humans. I don't care about the nationalities. You guys are humans. We are humans. We're all the same, and we all stand together. We can always do. We can do everything together. There are schools in Frankfurt where they have 100% of the students have an international migration background, but that doesn't matter. Also, that is probably also one of the final words I would like to say. The football team of Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt, they come from all over the world, the players of Eintracht Frankfurt, right. And nobody cares. We all stand together. Once you're part of the team, you're playing for Frankfurt, and you're proud to play for Frankfurt and to have the eagle on your t-shirt, on your
chest. Yes,
exactly, of your chest, and that is something we have to be proud of in Frankfurt, and that has to be a best practice, a role model for the rest of Germany.
Yeah. No, thank you, Stefan. And I think one of the very important messages here is as well, and correct me if I'm wrong here, if you as a newcomer have questions, if you as a newcomer, even if you have been in Frankfurt for a while, but you have questions how things can be done, you can always approach Newcomers Network. You can always approach the whole team of APNA Frankfurt. You can always approach Kerry Reddington. We all are here, even Friends of India team. We all are here to help each and every one of you to give you the right information. If we are not the experts, we will get you in touch with the right experts and get you the right information that will help you. And Newcomers Network is definitely doing a brilliant job, as I said earlier, and it's very important that we all are aware of it. So there is another source of information for all of us, and that's Newcomers Network. You can go to their Facebook page, you can go to their website, and you can get in touch with the team of Newcomers Network if you have questions and you want to know more about Frankfurt. Yeah. Thank you, Stefan, for taking out the time today. And I really appreciate, I know you are a busy person, but thank you for taking out the time. And I think we will stay in touch. We will keep on doing such sessions whenever something is happening or we want to share more with people. So I hope you don't mind being in touch with us, right?
No, I definitely don't mind. I'm happy to be in touch with you guys, and whatever you need, just send me an email, send me a Facebook message, Instagram message, whatever. I will answer, and I'll try to give you help, whatever I can do.
No, thank you. And I mean, we are also working with the same vision. Our motto is feel at home, and the Frankfurt, we want to make everybody feel comfortable, make everybody feel at home. So I think we are working towards the same mission. Again, thank you very much, Stefan, for taking out the time with us. And that's Stefan Söhngen from Newcomers Network. He is again a platform entrepreneur, founder of Think Montagsgesellschaft, and chairman of Newcomers Network. But thank you very much for taking out the time. Really appreciate that. And we will definitely be in touch again. Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Radio APNA Frankfurt.